Testing. Welcome, everyone, to our live stream on the last day of January. Right now, Bitcoin's at $23,000. We're going to get started here. If you guys are new, appreciate if you hit that like and subscribe button. And if you guys are on TikTok, appreciate if you hit the follow button. I'm going to get TikTok going here. Share it out to my my Telegram group. Feel free to join the Telegram group. It is free to join, so there's no reason you guys shouldn't be in there. I say when I go live in there, and also if you guys have any questions or anything about crypto, I try to answer it in there. But with that being said, let's get started tonight. All right, so I have Bookmap ready to go, and let me wait for a few more people to join on YouTube because I don't think anyone's there yet. Let me check. So we are on YouTube and TikTok. Bitcoin right now is at $23,000. Oh my God. Hold on. All right, so right now Bitcoin's at $23,115. The daily chart did make a higher low, so to me that is extremely bullish sign. That we are actually now in a massive uptrend, not just on the smaller time frames, but also on the daily chart, and probably about to be on the larger time frames above the daily. But the 3-day chart and weekly chart are still overbought, but the daily chart and smaller time frames look very bullish to me. And when the daily chart can make a higher low and is completely oversold without really getting much of a correction, that is super bullish to me. So the next resistance to the upside above $23,437 is going to be all the way up there at 25K exactly. So that is the next macro resistance. If you cannot break this resistance right here at 23.4, I would look for a move back to the downside, back to 22,000 basically. 22,100 because the daily chart has I can't really go much lower, but daily chart could get pinned and go back to 22K, but otherwise you'll probably range around between 22K and 23,400. That's the range you're in until you're not. The 4-hour chart to me is still really bullish on Bitcoin. You made a higher high and now you're trying to make a higher low, so I like where I see on the 4-hour chart. 1-hour chart is bearish, made a lower high, but overall everything between the 4-hour chart and daily chart are extremely bullish to me. So I'm actually calling for a move back to the upside based on the daily chart. I'm not saying the 4-hour chart won't go back to 22K or anything, but overall, I am still looking for another move to the upside on Bitcoin. So let me get Bookmap going. That's where it tells me the liquidity and where all the liquidity is at on Bitcoin. So let's get that going. If you guys have other requests for coins, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to go over Bitcoin tonight. It might be a pretty quick stream, but I want to go over Bookmap really quick. So Bookmap, like I said, tells you where the orders are and where the price usually goes to where the most orders are. So if I zoom out here, right now you can see that we're right here at 23,100. Up here at 23.5, you have some liquidity. Down here at 22.8, you have some liquidity. Let's keep zooming out. I told you that if we go back to look at where our resistances are, we have support at 22.2, or basically 22,100, and then you have resistance at basically 25K. So 22.4, so basically 22,100 and 23.4 are supports and resistances. And you can see that there's some liquidity up there near the resistance. And let me get rid of that. You have more liquidity down here at 22,750. If I keep zooming out, though, you have a lot of liquidity down here at that 21K level, and you have some up here at 25K where you have that resistance. So if we keep zooming out, we see a lot. It's kind of a tie between $25,000 and $20,500. I think there's a little bit more up here at 25K, just a little bit more than down here. So I would be pretty surprised if actually we don't see. I think we're going to come up here to 25K before we come back down to 20,500. But so Bookmap is probably calling for 25K on the macro time frames. That's just kind of what it's looking like. 25K is probably the next target for Bitcoin. Speaking of altcoins, I did go over Jasmy about 2 hours ago before I made the video. I think Jasmy is very bullish. If you guys want to go check that out, it is on my YouTube channel. But Jasmy is one of the more bullish altcoins out there. I haven't looked at many others recently, so if you guys have any requests, I'll look at them. How's it going, Scott? Thank you for coming on here. Kabosi, Chad Jeets asked, I'm curious about Matic. So let's go look at Matic. I don't know what Kabusu is. I guess that was the first one I saw. So we'll go to Kabusu first if it's a legit coin. It looks like I can't. Let's go look at Matic. I think that might I don't know what Kabusu is. If it's, I don't know, is it on Ethereum? I don't know. Let me know. And if it's on Ethereum and you have the contract address, I'll look at it. Otherwise, I can't. Daily chart for Matic. Daily chart for Matic has resistance at $1.20. Just short of that because you can see back here on the 9th of November of last year, you got resistance there. Now you have, like, I'm not even going to say double top because it is a lower high for right now, but you have more resistance around that $1.20 level. For the macro support to the downside, 74 cents is good support. Also, I would say probably around that dollar. 95 cents is going to be other support level, which was once resistance. Now it probably would hold as support. So you're probably between 95 cents and $1.20 or so. $1.16, whatever you want to say it. Daily chart is in a downtrend. Daily chart did make a lower high, as you can see from a long time ago. Actually, I guess from the last high. The last high was $1.05 when it was overbought. Then you got the reset. You never even got completely overbought here, but $1.20 is huge resistance. So I technically made a higher high, I suppose. The 4-hour chart, let's see if the 4-hour chart's bullish. 4-hour chart made a higher low, so you could almost draw this upsloping support line on Matic, which is a very good sign. You're going to come up into the symmetrical triangle here, and either you break out to the upside, break that $1.20 resistance, or you're going to have a retest of this 94 cents, and obviously it has to go one way or the other. But that's kind of what I'm looking at right now for Matic. Is it's going to get really tight, and it's going to have a huge break up to the next resistance above $1.20, or it's going to have a huge move down to 95 cents. The next resistance above $1.20 would be $1.30, and that's pretty close. So I guess it won't be a huge breakout to the upside, but that will be the next resistance above $1.20. So right now, Matic on the 4-hour chart is looking good to me. The 1-hour chart is made a lower high, but it's probably going to get tight in this channel and come up and have a huge breakout to $1.30, or have a major breakdown to 95 cents. Those would be the two prices it would go to, and probably go to both of them fast because it's going to have to get tight in this upsloping symmetrical triangle. So we'll see what happens, but that's kind of, I see Matic getting tight and probably going sideways for the next couple of days until it decides which way it wants to go. 4-hour chart does look like it wants to break up to the upside, but daily chart needs to correct a little bit more. So it's pretty much anyone's guess. But so that we'll see what happens with that. I would stay away from that just because there's a lot of probably uncertainty around that, which way it would go. And if it does fall to the downside, there would be a bigger percent loss than if it went to the upside, because the resistance is closer than the next support to the downside. So to me, I would stay away from Matic right now, but that is not financial advice. That's just, to me, it doesn't look very juicy. There's better trade ideas than Matic, in my humble opinion. Thanks, hoping for it to get to 1 to $1.30. Yeah, I think it could happen, but we'll see. If I go back to the daily chart on Matic, if you break $1.30, then you could have your huge breakout. That could, I'm on Bitcoin. If you break $1.30, that's when you could probably have a bigger move to the upside. All the way, I have the next resistance from a long time ago at $1.70 back here, which was probably a year and a half ago, around April of 2022. That's when you, from $1.30 to $1.70, that'd be a much bigger breakout than $1.20 to $1.30. But that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking for on Matic right now. So if there's any other requests, I'll look at them. But for Bitcoin, I'm looking for a move to $25,000. I'm not saying you can't go lower to the next support, but that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. These are all of your support lines that I have drawn, at least. So you have support down here at 22.1, and then you have resistance up here at 23.4. So that's the range you're in. Welcome, Jay, to Crypto Boss Andrew. That is a Telegram group that we have, so it is free to join. Feel free to join that, trying to get that a little bit more active. I post in there every time I go live, so you shouldn't miss the live stream either. So feel free to join that. So I'm still watching Trump Coin. I still want to keep you guys on the radar about that. Basically made a double top here. Maybe it's not even a double top, but it got resistance again at that same level it did from Sunday. So I'm watching that, but it did hit the all-time high again. Didn't break it, but hit it again today. So I'm watching that one. I'm not going to spend too much time on that because it's a very risky coin, but that is what I'm looking at right now. You're welcome, Scott. So, thoughts on ALI? What is ALI? Thoughts on ALI? It doesn't seem like it's on very many exchanges, so I have no clue what this is. It kind of looks like a crazy chart. That's kind of weird price action, but okay. You're holding support there at 3 cents basically, and you have major resistance at 4.2 cents. That's based on the daily time frame. Daily time frame on the RSI was oversold, ready to get moved to the upside. 4-hour chart, almost you could say this is a falling wedge. You could almost say like that's a falling wedge, which would take you above the previous all-time high, I believe, at least the recent one. But I don't know. I think that's kind of pushing it to call it a falling wedge, but if you want to call it falling wedge, that would be the measured move. I don't like down here where it had that big dump and then pumped up, so I would say stay away from it personally. 4-hour chart is trying to get the move up, but it's looking like it's struggling right now with the RSI going sideways. So it might reverse back to the downside. 1-hour chart, if the 1-hour chart does not breach 432, it's pretty much bearish, and it's so if it doesn't break 432 on this next leg up on the 1-hour chart, I would probably say the 4-hour chart will roll over. But I mean, that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. So, wrapping up Bitcoin, if Bitcoin does not get above 23,400 by the time it's overbought on the 4-hour chart, that's bearish. And look back for move back to the downside at 22,100, and that's kind of what I'm looking out for. That's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin right now. So, with that being said, guys, that is kind of what I'm watching out for. Yeah, you popped up on my computer, so. With that being said, guys, I'm going to make this a quick stream. I got work tomorrow. My longer streams are always on Saturdays at 3 p.m. Central Time, so I'll see you then. Sorry it had to be such a short stream, but I will see you guys then. If you guys enjoyed this, appreciate if you like and subscribe. If you guys have more requests, let me know in the comment section, and I'll do it after this live stream. Until then, trade safe and have a great week, everyone. See you guys on Saturday at 3 p.m. Central Time. And appreciate the like.